Good evening, good evening. Today we are in one little webinar about secrets of successful dating. For me, it's first time. It was first time. Now it's second webinar in English. Last time I had 3 viewers. Maybe this time I achieve 5. It will be great. And as soon I get a certain amount of viewers, we can provide such webinars every week, like I do it for my German-speaking clients. And I hope that staying with me this 30 minutes, so I plan this webinar for 30 minutes, staying with me, you will learn something new about successful dating, how to do right, what you should avoid, what you can do better, and how can you increase your dating process and even dating strategy. I think one of mistakes many people do, many single people do, it's thinking being handsome or beautiful, it's enough to have successful relationship. It's not, because face we got from our parents or genetically, we cannot change it, otherwise we go to some surgery processes. But generally our face is what we get from the nature. But are we good data or are we good family people? It depends on us. And I am absolutely sure that we all, girls and boys, have to learn how to be in successful relationship and how can we communicate right with another gender. We are different. There are a lot of books about it. There are a lot of researches about these differences, and we all talk about it all the time. And it's never ending story, these differences between boys and girls. I am Ksenia Droben. I can tell you my stories all night long because I am matchmaker in the last 24 years of my life, and I'm coach for dating and relationship. Most of all, I like this sitting with people, looking at their eyes. It's not possible because we are in a live webinar, but maybe one day I can invite you somewhere and we can talk I can tell you it's personally and not online. I love it. I had already one webinar in Russian for my Russian-speaking clients. Tomorrow is webinar for my German-speaking clients. I love it talking to many people and share what I learned personally and what I learned professionally. As professional, because it's really never ends, this process of learning. So today I want to share with you some ideas about how I call the secrets of successful dating. Some piece of advice for you, boys, girls, doesn't matter. You can ask me a question if you have any, or you can just watch, or you can watch it later. You decide. It's 30 minutes for you only. Usually, if I have someone who comes and say, Ksenia, where I'm going to start, I always say, first of all, think you in relationship. It means you have to reduce your time. You cannot spend so much time with your friends as you're doing now. In your house will be one strange person, and you have to discuss what to eat, what to watch, how to use bathroom, how to use tap water. And for us women, probably hair in the bathroom was a little things. And if it's possible for you to stay with somebody else under one roof for a long period of time, talk with this person and search for compromises. I think just imagine this picture will help a lot, because you can understand if there is any chance to be happy in relationship. I think this honestly thinking or honestly talking to yourself, it's really a big step forward for happy relationship, because some people, after this being honest with yourself, can understand that the best solution probably to have this distance relationship, weekend relationship. There is no need to search for common place to move in together. So maybe it makes sense to stay in different apartments, in different houses, even in different countries, because I cannot imagine to be with somebody else and to share my life with somebody else. Second thing, it's really a very practical thing. There are photos. We can discuss a lot about it. It's shallow to estimate people only from the photos. And when I have consultancy or discussion with my male clients, I often hear, or most of the time I hear, it's not so important the quality of the photos for me because I want women to like me for my character. It's okay. We all want to be liked for our character. We all want to be liked for our values. We all want to be liked for us being us, not playing some roles we unnaturally. But women can start liking the character only if you meet in person. In the time, first message, second message, some communication, phone call, video call, and so on and so on. It's not about character. It's more about ticking box, how many similarities we have. It's not about character. It's more about, most important thing I imagine in my future partner. And we discussed these important things, as I said, like ticking box in this written correspondence. But women can confirm. Unfortunately, we have only four people online watching. At least more than last time. But women can confirm. For us women, men photos are very, very important because we read from these photos, we scan from these photos, not only our type, not our type, handsome, not handsome, so very attractive, not very attractive. We read full story. I don't know how it works, but women they pay more attention to details on the photos. So that's why women think, pretend, or maybe they're right. They can read a lot of information just from the photos. So that's why for men, it's recommendation, think about it and really think about details. Very simple things, because you guys are happy. You don't have to go to the photographer. You don't have to put some makeup on your face. You don't have to think about your wrinkles, because your wrinkles are more attractive as by women probably. You don't think to dye your hair, or you don't have to keep on diet for good photo shooting. You really have to be yourself, but a little bit better dressed. So it should be a short, in any case, t-shirt. It's okay on the third, fourth, fifth photo, but a couple of photos, they should be really in suit or short, maybe with tie, because, as I said, women scan story about you. Women try to scan who are you really. And automatically men wearing suits, men in this business-like outfits, they wake more trust. It's more solid. It's something like he's reliable. He has good job. He has to wear this suit and this in this shot. So it's more about him sitting in the office and not running through the streets searching for some penny job. You don't have to go to photographer. As I said, men are very liking this issue, so you can take your photos yourself, take your smartphone, ask your friend to help you with your photo shooting, and that's all. Clean room or somewhere in the nature, just normal light, you alone, and that's all. You don't have to pose like girls. You don't have to pretend. Smile, of course, smile, because it's always we all are attracted by positive people. Smile, couple of photos with your smartphone, and you are a hero. Not these bathroom pictures where you can see all your chaos behind you, not the hotels pictures where is the inviting bed behind you, not party photos where some girls are sitting on your knees, just you, short, clean, a background, and that's all. And you are the hero of the photos. What you do next? What you do next? You have to write something in your profile. Doesn't matter if you go to on the dating app or if you go to Matchmaker. Your story, your profile is important. And first question in your profile should be answered. The first question: what is special on me? What special story about me I can tell to the girl? What are my strengths? What I want to tell all these girls about me? Maybe you are, I don't know, maybe you read all history books. Maybe you play in the theater. Maybe you were a very creative child and built some Lego something very special. Uh, very, it's very boring to read profiles where where men write about himself. I am kind. I am honest. I am reliable. I have normal hobbies, or not even was my hobby is football. I know football is very important right now, but if we women see in the profile of the man the hobby football, and that's all. So for us, it's automatically like one signal. There is no hobbies. He's not so educated. He's without any level. He just sits all night long, watch football, and that's all. Drink beer and so on and so on. Um, on the last party, I think it was on the last online party, because we had amazing, really amazing online single party on Saturday. Amazing for men, because we had 37 men and about 90 women. Just imagine this. It was so great. But we had time to play a little bit question and answer round. We call it round table. And one woman asked men the question, why you all write only sport activities in your profile? Every profile is motorbike, bike, running, exercises, hiking, trekking, and so on. And that's all. And for women, besides all these sport activities that keep you fit, for us it's very important to read about your cultural interest, because your cultural interest, or your interest to culture, to this theater, books, history, exhibition, I don't know, theater, opera, cinema, doesn't matter. For us, it's a sign that you are not stupid. And if in your profile, so just check right now, when you are listening to me, just check what's written on your profile on Tinder or where you are. If it's only about sport, you have to add some intellectual activities, even if you don't do it constantly. But you probably would like to go to the theater more often when you meet your special woman. Please write theater in your profile. You can write meeting friends, because it shows that you're a sociable person. You can write family, because it will show that you are a family person. You can write traveling. You can even write traveling what countries, and or maybe you can not just write traveling. You can add what do you do when you are on your journeys. You go to the museums, you stay on the beach, you play beach volleyball, you drink in the pub. I don't know, but at least your time, or how the quality of your time you spend on your holidays, it's again the story you tell women about yourself, who you are, and your style of living. So photos, profile, then you start communication with women. Usually nowadays you start writing on some apps like Tinder, or maybe you switch to WhatsApp and to other messengers. In my agency, people often use Telegram, because you can translate translate messages on Telegram, or they can use Viber, because you can use online translator installed on Viber. But doesn't matter, because or if you write on Messenger or if you write on Tinder, it's the same thing. Very important advice about your communication. Before you answer the question, before you ask the question, answer this question yourself. What most communication, most writing look like? Men write in the morning, hello, without name. How are you? Wish you good morning. That's all. And for women, if they get the same messages from several men every day without name, how are you? I wish you good morning. No question, no story, no interest. It's like men do broadcasts on WhatsApp and send this good morning without name to all women in their contact list. So that's why, if you want to be a good writer, if you want to be good data, if you want to build your relationship through written communication, very important is that you answer the question before you ask it. As example, you would like to know how was your day. Instead of asking, hello, how was your day, you tell about your day, what you did, what was special, maybe some funny story, maybe you saw a funny dog, or maybe you fried eggs first time in your life and you didn't burn it, or maybe your coffee machine was broken and you could fix it, maybe your car was broken and you could fix it. You even can send photo of this broken coffee machine, you can send photo of your broken car, but you tell little story about what was so special about your day. Better with photo or with little video, but you decide, of course. It depends on how developed you are in this writing and photo taking. And after you told the girls or the girl the story of your day, when you ask how was your day, it will be not it will be nicer, because you told about yourself, and then woman can take the ball, like in tennis, take the ball. The ball is on her pitch, and she can answer the question, or even send the photo or the video from her day. Very important is, I had the situation, because I've been in this business for 24 years, and I'm international matchmaker. So it means my couples, my men and women, they often live in different countries, and it's not only this man-woman difference, but also this country difference, mentality difference. It's always the thing we have to deal with. The story of this week. He complained, so I exchanged contact information, I think last week, and they started writing. After 1 week, he sent me very angry letter that it's cheating, it's not fair, she is not interested, and the agency is not serious, and what bloody hell, what's going on, and again, so he's lost money for this contact. He's angry because she's not answering. In such situation, when we get any complaints from men, we go to women and ask what happened, because we always have to listen to both sides of the conflict. And the situation was really, it's life. On the day they started writing, her child got ill. And she even wrote to this guy about, my child got ill. But it was even worse, because child got to the hospital, got surgery, so it was really something bad. And of course, as being mom and taking care and being concerned about her child, she didn't think about informing my client, just because it was not real relationship. They just started writing. She told about ill child, and then everything has happened. And of course, I can understand it. Being mom, I can understand it completely. She didn't think about informing man about it, and he was angry and so on and so on. He didn't realize that she informed him about her ill child, and as a good man who should show his family qualities, after 2-3 days he had to ask, how is your child? I hope he's feeling better. Or maybe even ask, can I help you somehow to get more rating, more to more stairs to stay up his chances to charm this woman. But instead of just asking, instead of offering help, he just complained by us. And of course, I told him that, yes, ill child is for every woman the most important thing, more important than the man. So my advice when you start writing, so first of all, you tell your story before you ask the question. But second, if you notice, if you realize that the girl is in some kind of problems, don't be a little boy. Don't complain. Ask the question, how can I help you? Darling, do you need any help? This magic word help, or offering your help, it will bring you so much forward. Women want to be helped, but they cannot ask for it because it's against our mentality, or maybe our nature. For us is complicated because we want to be little pink princesses being charmed by Mr. Perfect. So don't forget, if you notice that the girl is in any kind of troubles, don't forget to ask, do you need any help? Because sometimes help, it's not really money, not presence, not financial support. For many women, help is just listening to us. We need somebody we can talk to. Now, the most important advice, if you want to be a good date, if you want to be in good relationship, when you fill out your profile, when you start writing, and when you have phone calls or even video calls, doesn't matter if girl lives in your city or maybe on the other continent, don't forget your goal. And the goal is not writing. Your goal is to meet in person. And my advice is to meet in person as soon as possible. Of course, 3 years ago, yes, nearly 3 years ago, it was for me more easy to say, oh, don't waste your time for writing, just fly over and meet you in your country. It was before COVID. It was before COVID. It was before the war. Now the world is in more complicated situation, and flying over, it's not always easy because of flights prices on flights routes, depends on where your potential girlfriend is living right now. But still, even if you live in different countries, and even it's a little bit more complicated to travel, even it's more complicated or more expensive to travel, don't forget that your goal is not writing, your goal is not phoning, your goal is not Skyping. Your goal is to meet for coffee and finally check if you have something in common. Everything what you did before the first coffee, I always say to my clients, before the first cup of coffee, nothing counts. So it's nice to check if ticking box, if we fit together, if our key values are the same or similar. It's nice to know, but only this first personal meeting can show if it might be real or you have to search for somebody else. Don't wait too long. I had situation when people had been writing for a long period of time, months, and just because of men, because this man with long reader, they said, I want to know her better. I even had clients who said, I should write. I have a write for months to know her better, then we meet and it will work because we know each other so well. From psychological point of view, it's wrong. It's more than wrong because our biology, our chemistry, however, our attraction to each other, it's more important than writing, than character. There are a lot of things you have to do to prepare your first date right, because it's more strategy than writing. You have to know where to meet, how to meet. I will provide for you one other webinar about first date, because there is a lot of knowledge, there is a lot of science behind the first day, and you have to do it right. Many people, and I agree with this opinion, many people compare first date with job interview. Because when you go in the company, it's very important how you look like, how your CV looks like, what's first impression, how you greet people, how you answered the question, how you ask the question, what was your general behavior. And usually in big companies with a serious HR department, you usually have only one chance. And if you missed this chance, if you failed, it's forever. The same as with girls. If you go for the first date, everything is important. How you look like, your smile, how you talk to different people, how you paid, even how you paid, how you eat, how you spoke to the people in the restaurant. Were you friendly? Did you offer? There are a lot of little things women pay attention. So I will provide you one special webinar about first date. Don't worry. Then, if you understand that first date was right, first date was great. My advice: not wait too long until you meet this woman for the second time, because sometimes what's happening, people get first impression on the first date, and the second date will just show that it was right impression. But sometimes when we are not so charmed, when we are not so nervous like we usually before the first date, people meet again and understand that first impression was wrong. So don't wait too long. So meet her for the second time. Think about that. You have to spend quality time together, and quality time together, it means a lot of conversation. It's not going to the theater, it's not going to the cinema, it's not going to the disco, it's not going to the crowded night club, it's not going to some concert. You have to spend enough time together and talk to each other. Restaurant, coffee shop, park, walking, museum, I don't know. So it doesn't matter, lobby of your hotel. Important is that you plan your time so planned. Planned. You map out your time, that you have enough possibilities and opportunities to talk, and not in their location where it is crowded and loud. And don't forget, you are a man. If you want to meet Russian, Ukrainian women, because it's more my niche, but generally most women are the same. Don't forget, you are a man. And even very emancipated women, they hope inside to meet strong personality. Most women, I wouldn't say all, most women would like to meet a man who knows what he wants. And to this attitude, to this mentality, I know what I want, it's very important that you say, okay, I like you, everything is fine, when we meet next time. So it's better if you show the next step, you show the structure, how it works. You can say, okay, if you agree, we can meet this time, I don't know, in 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks. So it's better for us women, it's better to follow than to lead. It's in mentality, and as I said, even many women who are very successful in their jobs, who have very leading jobs, they still hope to meet a man who shows the way. It's classical role, classical roles. Yes. So yes, it was my short presentation about secrets of successful dating. As I promised, next time we will talk about first date and how to prepare it right, and how important is the first impression, because first impression is our everything. I hope you will like it. I hope you will give me some likes, maybe. Maybe you will follow my channel, and I hope to see you soon in the next webinar. I wish you good evening and nice weekend. Thank you.